Tariki ne mirongo ibiri na ibiri mutenyo ikominemo omwaka obwechirwe ibiri na mirongo ibiri neseto Chinsa Isano na ibiri chabona mubasochi ngage nkukwarigania ngumanyia mangana maye asenchera yobwenge erietaria ne Dorcas Kemuma notukwata nere Joshua Auta oyokana kinga ngukumanyare ase omono bebimanyererio naboigo Ibere nyanchama okwena kinga chibichamo na mariogi awikira asencherere eyobwikirano. Semo ya banyakonda imeye kaunti ya Kisii nigobale no bwoba bogocha gosiria chinibo chabo echoba tumegete ebuna entenenera chinga kiba chite kwimokia chironi echoba imogete ko ase koroseria gosiasa magendero imeye kaunti ya Kisii asebono ebunge ya Nyaribari chache asensemo ya CDF asebono bale no bwoba namba chigosiria chinibo chabo echibono ba tumegete asukwimokia chirone choba gukwana nabariki bamangana abo igoro kurwa Chinsa mocha baracho nigo bono batebna nigo amali abo arachi koirwa ase ekyombe kiria getenenete kya CDF ase ebungeyo etaba kanete engeli yabo echobono chirabe chibesa 15 million echobono bakuburia ekyombe kyo kinyale kubakana kya CDF.
Where a project is approved by the board and funds submitted by the board to this committee, contractors should be paid in time. If it's a question of variation because of cost and delay, then there's a way of handling that. But I'll tell you something also. The NDG CDF Act, clause 67 says very clearly, where there is a dispute on how a project is being undertaken, whether it's supplies or construction or a consultancy, where there is a dispute, it does not go to court. We have got a dispute resolution mechanism within the board. So that complaint is raised to the board, and then the board, we have got within my board, there's a committee that deals with complaints. So it should be handled before it goes to court. So if anybody or any lawyer or any contractor rushes to court without going through that process, then that is ignorance and it may be costly for them. The other challenge that we are facing as a board is the series of court cases that we have had challenging the legality of CDF as an institution. I'm confident that the legality of CDF as an institution is going to be anchored in law now. Again, the talks that are going on at Bomas, the National Dialogue Committee talks. One of the agendas that they've been dealing with is how to change the constitution so that CDF is anchored under the constitution. Because if that happens, then we would have these challenges in court.
Mokonyi bomorai wense rigati gashawa litukoria rero nigakora egeikaro asamagacho akarani imeyomocho Nairobi asebono aigikarekyo akora nababwatani korwa asense mo ya magendero au imeyenseto ya Kenya rigati nigatebamuna enchire yemo yokonekia obwamate obuya ase serikali ya Kenya amo nababwatani ba magendero aige Kenya nogokora egeikarekyo asebono chukwanira amangana au egati yabo okweneki nganko gendera bale gukora emirememia ase abakenya chinga kiba kubwatirana amo nababwatani abo.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I'm informed that one of the key challenges of development partners funded programs and projects in Kenya is the low absorption of committed funds. Closely related to this challenge is the lengthy and bureaucratic procedures that slow down the implementation of programs. In addition, there is a significant amount of resources of externally funded programs and projects allocated to capacity building initiatives. You will agree with me that it is sometimes difficult to quantify the impact of these initiatives. Further, there have been challenges in coordination and harmonization of development partners programs, leading to duplication of roles, projects, as well as limited participation of the principal actors. It is for this reason that we are here today to dialogue and forge forward to a better future. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the Kenya Kwanza administration is committed to resolve the challenges that have hitherto undermined effective coordination in a gradual and systematic manner. This forum marks the beginning of this process. In this regard, we are committed to strengthening our partnership, and we have integrated coordination in the structure of government, which is anchored in my office.
Omokonye bomora ebwenseri katika shawa ni gobona tebire unabesa yerini note yo endionsi egochiko bwato kwa korwa ase serikali enene ase bono abolire abara ikorwa ase chi county anena abagavana kwena kinga nko tumeka bare chibesa chiri cheme bosokano echo chibekire azemo ase chi county au ase bono atebire serikali teigochiko bwato ka abesa endionsi ni goboigo abolire chi county chiri chitarabe kameroberio yogokonya abantu bali bakirwe nembure yo yelenino kwene kinga nkwango yabale ase okobakonya abakenya abo nigo boigo agokeire chi county chinde buna yemo yabo ya Garissa anawe neria ya Busia aso kwene kinga ngokonya bale gosengo sirabale abantu bali bakirwe nembura yelenino chinga kecho nigo boigo abolire ababwatani au kwene wesonani aso gokonya kwa abakenya bali bakirwe no mochando bwembura yerenino.
We did appeal to the county governments also to consider channeling funds for this intervention. However, there has been a misconception that some county governments have been waiting for the national government to give them money for this intervention. That is not the case. The national government will provide funds through the county coordination teams. The development partners and humanitarian agencies will do the same, and we expect the county governments to do the same. We are therefore a little bit shocked when we see governors complaining that they are here to receive money for El Nino from the national government. Such money is not forthcoming. They are expected to use emergency money within their financial provision and to reallocate money within their budget to intervene for the people that they govern. I therefore want to thank many county governments. We have seen very serious intervention in the county government of Wajir, Mandera, Garissa, Kwale, Busia, where the county governments had set aside funds to complement what the national government and the development partners are doing. I want to urge and request other counties to do the same within what they have from the shareable revenue, the emergency component, and whatever else they are able to reallocate to commit funds to assist victims of flooding and to see what other interventions that they'll make. As a national government, last week we released 2.4 billion Kenya shillings as an initial injection into the effort, and will continue to inject more as we proceed on.
Muwaziri wechisemi Ezekiel Machogu nigo bona teruna nigo amatemwa agerasi nane nabo igo aria grade 6 arachi gosoka eiki egocha nigo boiga tebire buna nigo bakolire kumakia amatemwa yo asebono baleta yale gochia konya bwatuka ase eiki egocha litukorinderio onsi gochakere eiki egocha nigo bono amatema yo arachi kobwatuka nabo igo Machogu nigo boigo akwanire amatemo a KCSE ayuagendrete naboigo arachie kwa era eike yaiga aseboiga teuna nigo serikali yatingia oborendi asensemeyo ya matemo a KCSE asebono baeneki ebikore ebikemono byobongainireri kolengania ni miaka ya magega.
During its 12th General Assembly on Friday this week, will also be launching its strategic plan 2024 to 2028. I'm confident that the strategy will align to the interventions by the various means of education where your chapters are present. This is the only way to get the governments to prioritize your requests. We have done the marking, it is finished, and we are going to release the exam, the KCB exam, anytime next week. And most likely, we will also be able to conduct the Form 1 admission before Christmas, so that the parents can be able now to prepare their children to join Form 1. The number of cases that we have had up to now of unauthorized material are 147. If you compare countrywide with the number of candidates, that will give you 0.00 what? Those who are good in mathematics.
Ebarasa y'abagavana yubono tenerete asensemo yechisemi nigebwate emeroberio yogochikoikia enganase committee yebunge ye senate area tenete amangana yechisemi ase university asanne bagoche gukwanira osebaragani gukwanira omoroberio omoya oyo ogwakanira abarokiwa abe university chibesa ase bono batebna nigo omoroberio yo obwate obotutukanu naboigo nigo gosiekerera abarokiwa bange anene baria abakorwa ase chinka chitari kwenyara nigo bono baganirie eserikali gotenenia omoroberio yo bakora wano mo gavana we county ya Kakamega Fernandez Baraza nigo bateruna nigo abarokiwa bange ase chinka chire abataka barorekanie gotigara isiko chingaki abande baganrete amasomo egento kyabairire goika ase gosewekingane yo ase committee yo erikwana kinga engane yo nkorigere rigwere nabaiko omoroberio yo gotenenigwa chingaki eserikali eranyo bange buya nali omoroberio yo rachi igochaka.
Council of Governors, mimi nikiwa mwenyekiti wa kamati ya fedha, we are going to discuss with the chair of education who is His Excellency Eric Mutai ambaye ni governor wa Kericho to petition the president so that they can look at the recommendation on the Presidential Working Party on education, especially on funding of university education. We want to have leaders ambao wamepitia pia kwa serikali kusaidiwa kwa mambo ya kulipa karo.
Umugavana we county ya Trans Nzoia George Natembeya nigobono aboriwe goika bosio we committee yekiombekia NICIC ekyo abo asakagaire ochia gosara chikoiraneria amaborio ase ogukagerwa kugokwana chinkwano chogosegeta obogesaku ase bono abagagoikigwa ase ebunge ye senate anomokonyo ye kurase county yo nigobono Natembeya atebrebuna nigo aretayare yogo ikabosio obwe committee yo nabo igo koiraneria amaborio yo arachi koborigwa nigo boigo atebemna niga serikali ye county yaye ekoraria omorembe ase boigo akoenekinga omorembe obeire kogotingiwa ase e county yo.
History is known. You cannot brand me any other way hata kama unaota namna gani. But you see kuna watu ambao pia wako idol ambao wanatembea all over the place wakisema anatembea amesema hivi amesema hivi, lakini hiyo haitutishi. Sisi tuko na mandate ya kufanyia watu wetu kazi. We are going to have very many enemies, very many distractors, but we are focused on our goal, kuhakikisha kwamba tunakwamua Trans Nzoia kutoka kwa shimo.
Mimi ninashangazwa sana. And as the Deputy Speaker of Trans Nzoia County, tunamwambia yule Reverend Kobia pamoja na other government institutions, be it the judiciary, be it the Senate, be it any commission that has been set up by the President, they should not be used to drive political agendas, to intimidate politicians. Instead, they should let leaders work independently so that
Waziri bwoboremi mitika linturi nigobono ainekeri abalemi bonsi ase ensemo yoboremi kwanekinga gosasa tebemna nige serikali ya Kenya Kwanza yabekire chibesa ase chibengi chabalemi echobono aboliri abalemi kobogoria ase bono barachi koegwa chibese echo nakwirania ase ensemono ase bona tenea nigo barachi kwanekinga abalemi babire bagosirwa ase ensemeyo egento keirire serikali yo ya Kenya Kwanza kobeka chibesa ensemo na kuchibeka ase chibengi echo chabalimi ase bono barachinyore ange nigo boigo atebona yene nchire ye moyo kwanekinga abalimi basirirwe na boigo atebirena nigo serikali ya Kenya Kwanza ekobeka omoremi bosio elio kwanekinga nkorwa bale obokoreri obuya.
Our Farmers Bank, AFC is the Agricultural Finance Corporation, which is our farmers' bank, has now enough money for our farmers to go and borrow, to go and do farming. And we are going to lend money with an interest of a single digit so that the farmers are able to access cheap credit kuendelea kufanya kazi ya ukulima. Na ukiongea mambo ya kazi ya ukulima, naongea mambo ya kupanda mahindi, mboga, hata mifugo yote iko hapo. The commitment is that mkulima ndiye kwanza sasa kwa utawala wa Mheshimiwa William Ruto, na niwaambie tena sababu fertilizer tunaendelea. Ni mzuri muendelee kuchukua fertilizer tena sababu you have finished with the harvest. We are in the second phase of planting and top dressing in different parts of this region. So please ensure that you pick your fertilizer. And the message I also want to pass today is because the cost of fertilizer has gone down to 2,500.
Mwanchu murigeria onoro mwedio bwa mang'ana ya asenchera yo wenge yandira kubwatia egetaseni kya Ndizi TV kwetere senchera ye mtandao asensemo ya Facebook otunyabuna Ndizi TV News Digital na boiga sensemo ya YouTube tunyarebuna Ndizi TV News na boiga so mtandao we website tunyarebuna www.ndizitv.net ili onyale gosanga amona ntwe edetariane Dorcas Kemuma nigotobota nere Joshua Auta oyo okunyamanya asenchera Manyerio nere abigenya nchama oine kinga mario ginechibicha awoikeire twara oboligereria obya eme ya Ndizi TV nabo bwansu bwo Gusii.
Ndizi TV, ubwansu bwo Gusii.